but my name is just how it's spelled.
When's dinner, Jason?
8 o'clock, sir.
Ah, good. And what are we having?
Red herring. Good evening, Dr. Hines. My humble pleasure to welcome you to
Don't move, don't whisper, don't touch a thing.
May I inquire exactly what it is that you're doing?
I dropped my glasses and I can't do a blasted thing without them. Oh, here they are. Right next to me is my nose. Do you think anyone else will notice?
Surely not, ma'am.
Oh, thank heaven.
Jackie, darling, how are you? Can I get you something to drink?
No, thank you. I'll just catch my breath. Prima, darling, you look ravishing that gown. My, how you changed. Your hair, your face, your...
No, Jackie. It's me. Oh, Prima hasn't arrived then.
That's odd. Well, you look ravishing. Anyway, I know. Jacob, fetch me something tasteless and alcoholic, please.
Certainly, madam. But my name is just...
Yes, dear, I'm sure you are. Well, here you are. I wonder whatever could be keeping Prima. Well, I suppose it must take her quite a long time to put her on our makeup. Such a grease, Sandy.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
I said, don't you?
Jason, what on earth was that?
I haven't the foggiest, sir.
It sounded like it came from outside.
Well, aren't you going to answer it?
Waiting for the thunder, sir.
What?
How did he do that?
Hello, everyone. I've seen quite a little car trouble this evening.
Good grief, Sir Terry. Are you all right?
Come lower the captain can fix.
Right away, sir. Would you like for me to take that for you?
Oh, yes, yes. Of course, thank you. Very, very much.
Here, darling. Right over here, my Christian. I smack it over your head.
Oh, really, Miss Wright, that's highly necessary.
Oh, but I insist.
Oh, extraordinary.
Yes, I know that blasted dog. Didn't even see what hit him.
Oh, no, not that. I hope. Doing someone else a favor when it doesn't benefit her at all.
Your caffeine, sir.
Oh, yes, thank you. What was his name again?
Jason.
Jacob.
Justin! Good evening, Sir Belladonna. It's my humble pleasure to welcome you to Seven Rooms and do hope that you have a pleasant evening. If there's anything in any way in which I may be of assistance, please let me know. If you ain't taking it. Dear sir or madam, as the case may be, my name is Isabella Dawn, and I have taken a vow of silence for the next 30 years or so. Have a nice day, and God bless you.
Is that Peter's sister? The one who went was the big one nun?
Quite so. Rumor has it she became a nun and took a vow of silence after being spurned by her lover. It's only a rumor. Only rumor.
Ben, if you would like to go, how would you feel if she were to talk about you?
Oh, that's She can't talk at all, remember?
Oh, Sarah knows you're right.
This was an awfully interesting evening. Sorry, darling. Who on earth was that woman in the funny black dress? I bumped into the hallway and she blessed me.
That's her sister Belladonna, darling. She's a nun.
Well, that explains it. Anyways, here's your ice back, darling. I had a little time finding it.
Thank you, Miss Trice. It's awfully kind of you. Even though there's no ice in it.
Silly me. Where's your romantic been? We do wonder sometimes, dear.
A knock. Somebody must be reading the script wrong.
Quick, answer before we have to listen to that dreadful thunder again.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late. My bloodhound was run over by some maniac driver on the way over. Oh, well, I suppose he was bound to die someday anyhow, but enough about me. Where is our dear friend, Prima Donna?
We don't quite know, actually.
Strange. What about the butler? I haven't seen him anywhere either. Joseph! There you are! That. I meant, here, be so kind as to take this for me, will you? Thank you. Oh, and close the door. It's rather chilly in here. Well, we're certainly having quite a storm tonight.
I'll say it's raining cats and dogs. It's raining quite heavily out there.
I took a fellow sound as a warning. Thank you, dear. A little melodrama always lights things up.
Well, as long as we're here, I may as well relax and reflect upon the day's events. Oh, you should too, Taylor.
Why is someone staring at me?
Your chocolate milk, honey.
This is most impolite. You would think that Prima would have enough manners to show up at her own dinner party on time.
Perhaps we should start eating without her.
Perhaps she's ill.
Wouldn't that be a shame?
Sister Donna has suggested that we summon the butler and ask him what's going on.
Lydia, hurry for him!
Thanks.
Ah, yes. during all of this chaos.
Chaos?
Chaos.
Well, I don't understand, monsieur. Let me update you, dear. The roads are flooded, the bridges are washed out, our hostess is missing, the phone is dead, the butler went insane, and the light just blew out. And where were you?
Look here. I look at my script, and it tells me to enter room after the lights go out. Then I put it on me, and say, excuse me. I'm just trying to do my job, and everyone they are yelling at me.
All right, we start all over again whenever you're ready.
indeed dead. The circumstances surrounding her death are, to say the least, unusual. I discovered Prima's body slumped over a chair next to her dressing table. In the center of her back was the unmistakable mark of a bullet wound. Then, I found what appeared to be a water glass standing in the center of her table. Upon closer examination, I discovered traces of sediment in the water glass. Then, I found this note taped to the mirror of her dressing table. I can't go on. I'm putting a stop to this once and for all. Goodbye. Oh, yes. I almost forgot. The room had been completely ransacked, and on the floor I discovered this dagger and this blood-stained handkerchief. No. Anyway, you will know that the handkerchief bears the initial T on it. That's T like Anyway, these facts leave me with several questions. Was Prima murdered, or did she commit suicide? Who is the owner of the handkerchief? Why was the room ransacked? How did the handkerchief get there? And finally, where is the revolver now? However, I do know one thing. However, I do know one thing. Prima's murderer is in the room right now, and I will not stop until I discover who done it. Thank you. I practice a lot. Now, does anyone have any questions? I think it would be best to split up into pairs to conduct a search for the missing revolver. Perhaps there are fingerprints on it that will lead to the guilty party.
I don't think that's a very good idea, Mr. Sullivan.
What if we're paired with the murderer?
Then we'll know who the murderer is. Besides, the killer is safe now. There's no reason to kill anyone else, I think.
May I accompany you, monsieur? I would feel much safer with a big, small police officer.
Of course you would. What about the rest of you?
I'm sorry, dear. I think I'm a little above doing search.
I'll go with Sandy.
Oh, jolly good.
I guess that leaves you and me, Sister Donna.
Very good. Now everyone, keep your eyes open for revolvers, psychopathic butlers, and anything else out of the ordinary. We'll meet back here in 1/2 hour. Agreed?
Jackie, are you sure you won't join us? Safety numbers, you know.
No, thank you, dear. You children run along and have your fun. I can take care of myself.
Do it yourself. Remember, everyone, 1/2 an hour. If you need any help, just scream.
I'm sure we'll let you know.
Yeah. The first word is safety.
Let's go.
be half to that.
Sorry. I hate when it freaking nails.
Yes. Well, you didn't scream bloody murder.
See that word scared enough as it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I guess we're all a bit on edge after. What are you doing?
Silly. I'm looking for a secret passage. These houses always have them.
We're supposed to be looking for a revolver.
Come on, darling. Let's go ahead and give him a study. I'm certain there aren't any secret passageways in here.
Couldn't believe it. An honest to goodness secret passageway.
There are many more things to mention.
Remarkable.
There is another monotonous picture.
I like. Don't run away from me.
It may be an important clue to the killer.
Why did our boys have these stupid little locks on them?
So people like you and I can't get to them.
You can smash the lock.
Then solve it with what's been tampered with. Besides, we have nothing to worry about. I certainly don't have any dark secrets that Prima might know about.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, come on. We can discuss this later.
I've been around time. I'm sure you know why I arranged our little meeting. I know what you did, and I'm gonna tell all the others. If you don't pay up now.
What's this?
I'm sorry, I don't take check or credit. I want cash now. Of course, there's always my special layaway plan.
We'll be having a 10-minute intermission. There will be cookies sold in Central Plaza. Thank you.
Pardon me?
Let me handle this, gentlemen. You mean to tell us that you speak Spanish?
woman can't understand the word we're saying?
I wouldn't doubt. None of us understood a word you said all evening.
I have to get her out of here. What if she finds out about Prima?
Prima?
No.
Prima de aquí.
Oh my goodness. No one has the decency to tell this woman that Prima's dead?
Why threaten the poor woman? She might think we're all a bunch of murderers. Besides, she obviously can't understand a word we're saying. It's in that right here.
Prima, sí, teléfono. Ring, ring. Telephone. That means telephone. I'm sure that one of us. You have to figure that one out. This is the woman I spoke to on the telephone earlier. I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
What tipped you off? The sombrero?
Are you sure that this is the woman you spoke with on the phone, Miss Trent?
I swear to it.
Even so, Salvin, we still have absolutely no idea who this woman is.
I think I can answer that, monsieur. Just yesterday, Madame Dolan dismissed Cookie.
Cookie.
Cookie! Cook.
Go on, Steve.
What I was going to say, monsieur, is that this woman may be the new cook.
Good heavens, it's about time she's got here. I'm starving.
That doesn't seem right. Surely if this woman was the new cook, she would have been here much earlier. We've been here for hours.
Well, perhaps she was held up by the storm.
I suppose it's possible.
Oh, wait. What difference does it make who she is? Just take her to the kitchen and see if she'll make us some tacos or something.
Come along, madame.
Go see Prima.
Yes, yes. Go see Prima.
All right. So that wasn't very nice. I failed to see you. Doing anything about it? Oh, yeah?
Lady, please! We must learn to cooperate if we are to accomplish anything. Now, I suggest that we take this time to discuss the findings of our little search. May everyone please take a seat! Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Lynx and Miss Trent, we'll begin with your findings.
Well, Solomon, I'm afraid we didn't find anything very interesting.
Of course, there was that diary that we found in Prima's study.
Oh, that's a silly thing. I'm sure Mr. Solomon isn't interested in a silly little thing like that.
On the contrary, Miss Trent, I am extremely interested. May I examine it, please?
Certainly. Let me see if I can find it.
It's in your purse, darling.
Why, so it is. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you so much.
Wow. This certainly has the potential for some shocking secrets. It seems that Prima led an extraordinarily, full life.
Processing remind me to mark page 27.
Can we get on with this, please? What else?
Yes, of course. Now, here's something interesting about Dr. Hyde.
If it's some sort of sex scandal, it's incredibly untrue.
Jacqueline and I were discussing untraceable poisons yesterday. I jokingly asked her if she had ever bumped anyone off with her chemicals before. She grew very uneasy and changed the subject. Must check in to this.
Oh, Rick! Stop being so melodramatic. It was just an innocent conversation we had a couple of weeks ago. She meant nothing by it. You're all acting like you're trying to blackmail me or something.
I have decided to blackmail Jacqueline.
Well, I didn't say you were wrong.
I have discovered that Jacqueline had a violent disagreement disagreement with a colleague several years ago. Days after the incident, someone broke into the doctor's home and added hydrochloric acid to his shaving cream. He was hideously scarred for life after spreading the poison solution on his face.
Dr. McGonagall was a drunken old fool. He probably mistook his chemicals for his shaving cream. If someone tried to disfigure him for life, it certainly wasn't me. I would have thought of something more painful.
Then, why did you allow Prima to blackmail you?
My career was at stake. I wasn't about to let little Miss ruin my reputation with a lot of terrible rumors.
I understand, Jackie. I understand. You see, I too was being blackmailed for something that wasn't true.
What?
Well, I thought I'd tell you all before you read something that sordid little book of yours. I'm afraid that Prima had the impression of something that was completely false. I knew it!
You're a vegetable, aren't you?
No, dear. I think the term is perfect.
What I was trying to say, Miss Trite, is that I'm afraid that Prima had the impression. Sorry, excuse me. Pardon me. I'm afraid that Prima had the impression that I was a commoner!
A commoner? What are you talking about, dear?
Well, as I'm sure you all know, my family is descendants of Moroccan royalty. Prima was out to destroy my reputation with some rumor she got hold of. Naturally, a vicious rumor like that would have destroyed my standing in this society. And ruined my career! I can't even say what a restaurant would be impossible.
Hold on, Tammy. I don't understand. What on earth do you mean by career?
Well, royalty works too, you know? We have to open up shopping centers and things like that. It's short, Sandy. It's not an easy life.
Very intriguing.
I know.
We now have two motives for the murder of Prima Verendana. Would anyone else like to make a confession? Or shall I go on reading?
Go on.
Very well. Ah, here's something juicy. It's one of the last entries. Went to Lloyd's yesterday and finished drawing up the will. It's such a bother to worry about what happens to my money after I'm dead. Oh, well. My lawyer assured me it was best to have a will in case of sudden death. Since I don't have any other living relatives, I'm leaving most of my estate to my sister, Bella, if she ever decides to leave the old convent. The remainder of my estate will be divided equally between Justin and Monica. Monica? Who's Justin? Monica. Excuse me. Make that Monique. Oh. The remainder of my estate will be divided equally between Justin and Monique, providing that they don't strangle each other before I'm dead. Very interesting. 3 people stand to benefit financially from Prima's death.
2. Remember Buckler?
What do you have to say for yourself, sister?
Stupid question.
I'm afraid it's off in the diary. Did anyone else turn up anything of interest?
I did. When I was snooping around the library, I found a stack of letters inside a desk. These 2 items might interest you. One, it is a newspaper clippings about a mysterious cat burglar. And the other is a set of financial transactions between Prima and a Mr. Sandy Lake.
Really, Sullivan? My finances have nothing at all to do with this matter. This is completely uncalled for.
I agree. To be accused of something so ludicrous by this quack!
Hey! Let's take this one step at a time, shall we? The famous silk scarf cat burglar has evaded detection by the London police again for the 8th time since early last November. The so-called criminal earned the nickname through several high society burglaries that have left many women in the area with the loss of jewelry valued at several thousand pounds. As has been the case with previous burglaries, the robbery occurred during or shortly after a dinner party given by the hostess. There's more here about stolen jewels, but I won't bother with that. Jackie, this is no interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, this appears to be Prima's handwriting on the back. Fresh dressing. Cucumber. 4 quarts of milk. Prima!
Not that. Under the shopping list.
Waterbury. Chadwick. Carter. I'm Dr. Hyde. I just don't see the connection.
Don't you see? All of these women were victims of the silk scarf cat burglar. Hope was at each and every one of these parties. There were all benefits for a local hospital fund that Hope was named honorary chairman for. How dare you accuse me of something so petty as white-collar crime? It's an outrage!
Are you aware, Miss Tripe, of the emerald that Prima purchased at Sotheby's auction last week?
Of course I am. It's all over the papers for days. What exactly do you insinuate, Mr. Salvage?
The emerald was once owned by the Khedive of Egypt. It was appraised at $2.5 million. Prima was delighted with the purchase and swore she'd never take it off her finger as long as she lived. She's not living any longer, Miss Tripe, and the emerald has missing! I didn't tell any of you before because I didn't think it had a bearing on the case. Now, I am not so sure.
Well, Salvhead, it would appear that I'm the last one. I may as well mention in that little bank book that Jackie so crisply found for us that you will, without a doubt, find a series of large, no-interest transactions, the recipient of which is a Mr. Sandy Links. I was greatly indebted to Prima for starting up my miniature golf course in London, and I had little hope of paying her back anytime soon.
In short, Mr. Links, you had a motive for the murder of Primavera Donna. The plot thickens. We have now established the fact that every person present this evening had a motive for the murder of our hostess.
What about you, Salvage?
Me? Ah! Don't be absurd, Miss Tripe. I am the detective. I solve murders, not convict them. I must admit, I found Prima to be a poor conversationalist and taste transgressor, but alas, I never found a sufficient motive for murder. No, we must face facts. 1 out of the 6 people who is still alive this evening has committed murder. Twice. And let me assure all of you, I do not intend for it to happen again. Go.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I may be not a cook. This is the best I can do on such short notice.
That's fine with me, dear. At the moment, I'm just going to drink dishwater. I think we are.
My word! What is that you're doing?
Just see, guys, it's best to have there.
afraid there aren't going to be any encores.
something about her identity.
So what you're saying is that one of us saw her, recognized her, and killed her off before she could say anything revealing?
It would explain her murder.
It doesn't explain anything. We've been running around this mansion and tripping over bodies all evening. And what have we got to show for it? Nothing. And you call yourself a detective? You couldn't find a rotting corpse in 90-degree weather if your life depended on it. I feel safe on a date with Jackman River than being protected by you.
Considering your chances of dating anyone, Dr. Hyde, I shouldn't worry. As for your attacks on my professional ability, I'll have you know that I know a lot more than you think I know you do. As a matter of fact, I know who's done it. You do? I do, and what's more, I know how. But that's all of you to leave me for a few moments so that I may collect my thoughts.
That shouldn't take long.
Exactly 10 minutes, and we'll summon all of you back here to reveal who the murderer is.
10 minutes after all we've been through this evening.
Miss Trite, I realize that you aren't accustomed to waiting more than 10 seconds for something that you want, but I'm afraid that in this case, I must insist.
Run along now. That's a good girl.
I can just smell the impending chaos. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Very well, Mrs. Sullivan. You win. Have to guess.
Actually, I was bluffing. I was hoping that someone would show up during the 10-minute interval and try to kill me. Then, I would know who the murderer is. So, you killed them all.
No, I didn't kill anyone, you idiot. I thought you would expose me for stealing Cuba's Egyptian emerald, which I might as well admit to now. I've had it concealed in my shoe all evening. And it's giving me the biggest blister.
How did you manage to get the emerald away from Prima?
Easy, she was already dead. Remember that mess upstairs when you found the body?
Yeah.
Well, I contributed to some of it. When Tanner came in from his car accident, I pretended to get that ice bag for his head, but instead, I went to Prima's room. My plan was to get the emerald and get out. When I turned on the light, I found Prima lying on the dressing table. The glass of water and suicide were already there, and there was a bullet hole in her back.
Was there any blood on her dress?
Sorry, I didn't have to look. I was hoping she was dead. I didn't care.
So you tore apart the room looking for the emerald. That explains why the room was ransacked. What about the knife and bloodstained handkerchief? Were they yours?
I should certainly hope not. That handkerchief was cheap and totally tasteless.
Quite like yourself, in fact.
Yes, I mean, no! Listen, Buster! You better remember something. The gun here!
Miss Trite, there are no bullets in that gun. After we removed the stranger's body, I went to the trophy room and removed the ammunition from all 5 revolvers. You are holding an empty revolver.
Darn!
All right, Sullivan, how did you guess? He was trying.
How you doing? I came in the same way.
Let me guess! Certainly, you are going to try to kill me because you think I found out that you're the killer.
Actually, no. I was gonna kill you for guessing that I attempted to kill Prima this evening.
I see.
I don't.
killed her for blackmailing me. When I got to the window, I took out my dagger and used one of my handkerchiefs to cover it so I wouldn't leave any fingerprints. But the weird part was that when I saw Prima, I discovered she was already dead.
No.
Yeah, she already been shot in the back, last suicide note already on the table. I was so surprised. Now, when I wasn't looking, I slashed my own hands with my own dagger. Heard someone coming, so I dropped everything, dove out the window, and I fell off the glass of trust. Yeah.
Let me guess, Sir Chanley. You had to find an excuse for your dirty and bleeding appearance so that you wouldn't arouse any suspicions. You faked a car accident outside and pretended that your injuries resulted from the crash.
Good show, Solomon. Too bad I have to kill you to save my reputation.
Sir Chanley, there are no bullets in that gun.
That's right. If you got that gun from the trunk room, you're shooting blanks.
But this is just wonderful!
So, we have explained the ransacked room and the knife and handkerchief as two unrelated incidents. That means that the gunshot wound and suicide business occurred before any of you entered the room. Sir Ten, I'm going to answer the same question I asked Miss Triton. Did it appear to you that Prima's gunshot wound was bleeding heavily?
Come to think.
All right, Sullivan. How did you know that Monique was the assassin that I hired to kill Prima?
He didn't.
Wait a minute. What was that last part?
My real name is Gloria Steinwall. I'm a hired assassin from Brooklyn.
I hired Gloria to kill Prima for me tonight. I was completely indebted to her, and she was threatening to foreclose on my miniature golf course.
Wait, so if you're not the real maid, then who is?
She is.
What?
Yeah. I got here about half an hour before the party. I sneaked to the back entrance. I went to a room. I figured she'd be interesting, right? But when I got there, saw she was sent over the table with a glass in her hand. Figured she was drunk and passed out, so I just aimed point blank in her back and fired my gun. That goofy butler must have heard the shot because I heard him coming towards the room. I didn't have enough time to get away, so I jumped in the closet and picked it.
What did the butler do when he found the body?
That's the weird part. He didn't do anything. Sort of peeked to the doorway and saw something over the table like that. Then he left the room to answer the door, like nothing ever happened.
I have a suspicion that nothing did.
Huh?
Never mind, go on.
Anyways, I was stuck in that stupid closet for half the evening because people kept coming into the room. Then I found out that the road was friend that there was no way to get away from the mansion. So instead of playing hide and seek with you bozos all evening, I stole an extra outfit from the linen closet and pretended to be the maid. Figured I'd be safe because none of you had ever been to the mansion before. And the only person who recognized me would be Mr. Lynx.
Unfortunately, the real maid showed up.
And her name was Monica, not Monique. Must have misread the label on the outfit when they threw it on. Figured some chick with a name like that was French. So I became Monique, the French maid.
No wonder that woman was so confused.
That's why I had to bump her off so quickly, before any of you found out who she really was. It was easy for me to sip some rat poison into a cup of women in the kitchen. Then I stole the wallet when no one was looking and burnt it in the fireplace. Luckily, no one remembered that long name she told us when she first came in.
Monica and Monique, it's ironic.
What about the butler? Didn't he recognize you?
I made sure that we were never in the same room. After he went off the deep end, it was even easier pretending to be the maid. So when did the real maid look like this?
So you didn't kill the butler?
Of course not. I have no reason to.
Then who did?
The person who killed Prima.
But I killed her.
No, Miss Steinwell. It is impossible to kill someone who is already dead.
You mean?
Yes. Prima must have been dead quite a while before any of you reached her. Number one, if she was facing a mirror, she would have seen you approaching. Number two, the gunshot wound didn't bleed profusely. If she had been alive, there would have been blood all over the place. No, Miss Steinwell, I'm afraid that the only person you killed this evening was Prima's maid.
Nuts!
You'll understand if I don't pay you, right?
I was joking. I was joking.
It all makes sense now. When we clear away all the smoke, it boils down to this. Prima committed need a poisonous solution. Or someone murdered her and tried to make it look like suicide. Either way, she was dead long before anything else happened this evening.
Wait a minute. If Primo was murdered, then that only leaves her! Run again, dear. But who I ran into in the hallway. I told you she did it! Oh, my heavens!
Not quite, darling.
Prima!
In the flesh.
But you're dead. You died at least 3 times upstairs.
Wrong! The body upstairs belongs to my sister, Sister Belladonna. You all tried to kill the wrong person.
I don't understand. Why did you do it?
How did you do it?
In answer to your question, Solveig, one word: fear. Actually, 2 words: fear and greed. You see, I knew almost everyone in this room wanted me dead, so I threw this little party to get you pretending I really was dead. If you all believed I had committed suicide, I wouldn't have to worry about anyone knowing that the body wasn't mine.
That explains what the poison drink and suicide note were for.
Yes, I invited my sister, no pun intended, over to the mansion a few hours before the party. It was simple for me to poison her drink and exchange clothes with her. Then, I put the body next to her, made of her drink, and wrote a cute little suicide note. Since we look so alike, I didn't have to worry about anyone knowing that the body wasn't mine.
Why the masquerade? Why did you bother coming to the party at all?
Number 1, I wanted to see if everything went according to plan, which obviously it didn't. Number 2, you may recall that my sister was to inherit my fortune legally when I died. There was no way I can draw all my fortune back just before I supposedly died without anyone becoming suspicious. Becoming Donna for a while or longer to get my fortune back. If everything went according to plan, I would drop the sister bits and head to Europe in about a month.
Genius!
I know. I knew you don't recognize me in this getup. Besides, I never had to talk, so none of you would have recognized me by my voice. Any physical similarities would have been put down by sisterly resemblances.
You must admit, Prima, I was quite clever with you.
Clever? I think it's downright corny. I mean, sisters, disguises. It's something about mission play.
What about the butler? Was that you too?
Of course I did. The idiot tried to blackmail me for killing my sister. He was to see me do something this afternoon. So I shot him while all of you were running around like goons.
I'm afraid that you won't be killing anyone else this evening, Prima. There are no bullets in that gun.
What are you talking about?
I removed the ammunition from all 5 revolvers in the trophy room. The jig is up, Prima.
Not quite, Solveig. I didn't get this gun from the trophy room. Steal my gun back. Oh, give me. I think I'll do the honor to what? I did not get my gun from the trophy room either.
Good job, Miss Steinwall!
Well, how about that, poetic justice?
I'll tell you right now. I'm not putting any more bodies behind that sofa. Oh, no.
What a tragic ending. This has to be one of my most bizarre cases ever.
So, did you realize